Hello Cancer, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Cancer for the week of October 4th. Now Cancer, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Cancer, I am not offering personal readings, so if you get a DM from someone, that is not me. That is someone impersonating me. They are very convincing, but they are trying to scam you, so please do keep that in mind. There has been one going around. I also do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Also want to say very grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support. Really appreciate it. All right, let's see what we have here. Make sure everything is in view and we'll get right into it for you. All right, I think that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Seven of Wands. So this is, you can see this person's in a sort of defensive stance here. You can see that the people are coming after them and they kind of want what he has, or want what they have rather. And so it talks about defending your position, really defending your strong held convictions as well. And with that, it can be a card of competition. Okay, the card that comes before this is a victory. It's public success. It's being recognized with the Six of Wands. And you know, when that happens, sometimes people have a hard time with that. Sometimes people have a hard time seeing other people succeed when they are not. And that's all about what the Seven of Wands is. At the end of the day, Cancer, you haven't done anything wrong. By defending yourself, you're not doing anything wrong here in this case. And so just keep that in mind is what I feel like telling you. Now, for some of you, it's interesting. You have a very good reading here. Now, for some of you, you have a lot of choices to make. You have a lot of options at hand, and you are maybe needing to defend one of those options that is non-traditional or unorthodox, something like that. The reason I say that is because right away in the middle, you have the Seven of Cups. So this Seven of Cups here is seeing the road ahead, seeing all of the cups available, and being a little bit confused because there are so many different choices that you could make. It is an energy of confusion. It is an energy of having your cups spread too thin, if you will, your energy spread too thin, and really needing to decide, because if you don't decide, none of these cups will be yours, is kind of the energy here. And so for some of you, it's like, maybe the one that you're choosing is just not what other people want. And, you know, it's like you're needing to defend yourself on that decision. So we have 7-7 energy, which I think is very interesting with the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Cups here right away. That may be significant to some of you. I do feel like your guides, angels, spirit team, whatever you believe in, are kind of have your back here. I do see you picking. I do see you picking a cup and deciding which way to go. And so I definitely like to see that. Now, in the past, you have the Ten of Wands, the Death card, and the Sun. So this is interesting energy as well. So this Ten of Wands here is somebody who's sort of fighting an uphill battle. They have a burden on their shoulders that they are carrying. However, if you look here, each one of these wands indicates some sort of knowledge gained or skill learned along the way. And so it says that you have experience, Cancer. You are seasoned. You are a veteran. You know what you're doing. And so I don't feel like you are willy-nilly choosing. Like, I know that's a weird term, but I don't feel like you are just sort of, you know, being careless here in your choice. I do feel like you have a plan. And I do feel like you are building on the experiences of your past as you move forward here. Now, it's interesting because this Death card is a feared moment in the tarot. You can't actually read this card literally, okay? This is metamorphosis. This is transformation. the Death card. And I want to explain something to you. The card that comes before this is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is somebody who's in a period of time where they are not moving. They are suspended in air. They are complacent. And the whole thing about the Hanged Man is that they need to make a sacrifice. Well, guess what? The Death card is you making that sacrifice and reaping some sort of reward that comes along with it. The Death card is making a sacrifice that leads to a major transformation in your life. It is shedding old skin. And so you're doing that. And not only that, but you have the best card, the most positive card in the tarot with the Sun under it. Total success, happiness, and victory. So you have two successful cards. You have two positive cards here. The Death can be a loss. It can be a sudden sort of upheaval. However, you have to sometimes lose something to get something. That's what the Death card is all about. It's transformation. And so when you think about that, if you go deep onto that card, it's an incredibly positive card. But with the Sun, that's even more so. So any sort of sacrifice that you make here is really working out for you. Now, in your current situation, you have the Ace of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. So I like this in both, and if you're here for love or if you're here for career, I like it either way. Reason being is the Seven of Cups can also be looked at as being spoiled for choice, having a lot of options at hand. And when I get it with like the Page of Pentacles, for example, you have a lot of opportunities because the Page of Pentacles is opportunities, offers, news. And so you may have multiple job opportunities. You may have, some of you may have gotten into multiple schools and you're deciding on which school to get into or which school to choose. There's a choice here that needs to be made, but it's good. It's a good problem to have, is what I feel like saying in this reading. Like, you have a good problem here. And then for others of you, if you are here for relationships, this Ace of Cups with the Seven of Cups, multiple happy new beginnings. So you could have multiple love interests. You could have multiple events being lined up here that make you very happy. But there are so many new beginnings on this board here with the Death card, the Ace of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, all of these things creating new starts and new energy and new beginnings in your life. And so really looks nice for you here, Cancer. Love to see this. So in the future, you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Queen of Swords, abundance coming in. The Nine of Pentacles is one of my favorite ones because it's somebody who's financially independent. This is somebody who has planted seeds, planted fruit in the past that is now grown and ripe and is able to sustain themselves with the food or the fruit that they've grown. And so it's all about being self-sufficient, right? And with that, it can also be luxuries, being able to afford to go out to eat. Not saying that you're doing that at this time of where we are, but you know what I'm saying, like small luxuries, things like that you can actually do. And so I definitely really like to see that. You also have the Empress. This is the most abundant card in the tarot. So the Sun, positive card, happiest card, Empress, most abundant card. Okay, you're fertile. Okay, you are definitely, some of you are maybe even childbearing here or thinking, maybe there's pregnancy here. This is definitely a combination of motherhood, pregnancy with the Ace of Cups and the Empress. Some of you may be thinking about that. That's maybe the choice at hand. Maybe that's the stressful choice. Maybe needing to have that conversation with your spouse or your partner. Some of you are just really, there's some sort of abundance coming in with the Seven of Cups can be thought of like multiple choices is abundance in a way. And then you also here have this Queen of Swords, which is somebody who really gets down to the heart of the matter. They are I like to say that they are the assassin in the tarot. And for you, I don't feel like you're letting anyone step all over you here, Cancer. So love this so far. Let's go ahead and start to clarify this. If you're enjoying this, hit that like button, drop a comment to let me know what you think. Subscribe if you're not already, and maybe share with a friend. And lastly, Cancer, I do really appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I hope things are going well for you. So let's see what we have. All right, we have Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Definitely like to see that. Radha, Soul Flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. And yeah, Commander Ashtar, call to action, take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. So I do feel like, some of you, these cards work for if you're here for a relationship or you're here for a career. You have a choice to make. That's what this call to action is all about. And you're doing that. I do feel like you're doing that. I also feel like you're standing your ground. You're not getting up into a wall. Your relationship energy here looks very good, I have to say, for this month. For this week, Cancer. And so I definitely like to see that. Let's see what else we have here. There's something better just as I say that. Let's see here. What else? What else do we get? Okay. Okay, yeah. Success. Can we get at least one more here? Okay. 2 more. All right. And we have, wow, opportunity, ask help from others. So, love to see this. You can see the sort of pentacles here coming down from the earth, or from the universe, from heaven, God, whatever you believe in. And I almost also feel like saying you can't do it all by yourself here, Cancer. That's Queen of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. That's both solo, independent energy where somebody wants to just do everything on their own. Maybe you're struggling or having issues asking for help, but there are so many opportunities for you in this week with that opportunity card, Page of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups in the middle, meaning multiple choices. So opportunities abound for Cancer in this week. I love to see that. So let's see what else we have here. Okay, Two of Pentacles, Chariot, and the Queen of Wands. So the Chariot is you. That's the Cancer card. It is on the Death card, but remember, what did I say? What did we talk about with that Death card? Not a feared thing, not a thing to be afraid of. None of these cards are, to be real with you. This is general guidance to help you along your day, to help you along your path. And just keep that in mind. Now you have the Sun and the Queen of Wands. You see the sunflower, interestingly enough, here being repeated on the card. I believe that is a sunflower. Some of you are just like, I feel like bright energy, like you're bright. Maybe you're shining right now. Maybe you're beaming. Maybe some of you are glowing. Maybe some of you are pregnant, or just dealing with that right now, or like the idea of that. But this Queen of Wands here, somebody who is just attractive to a lot of people in the workplace, in romance, anything like that. And you're also sort of weighing your options with that Two of Pentacles, indicating that you have multiple choices. For you, it's like you're maybe concerned about choosing the wrong one, but you're going to make the right one here with the Chariot. Yeah, especially so you have this Ten of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Six of Wands. Wow. So some of you really thinking about either marriage or children or both. Like you're thinking about a long-term situation with somebody here, because this is a card of family, the Ten of Cups. The Hierophant is a card of traditional structures, but with that marriage, anything like that. So this is amazing. The Ace of Cups to the Ten of Cups. You're going through the entire suit of cups. It's almost like you're realizing happiness here in this month. All 10 cups overflowing. There's a new start with you and your partner or your spouse or whomever, or somebody in your family here, where you're making a big decision. I do have to say that this does feel like a big decision. Maybe you're deciding to move in. Maybe you're starting to do family planning. There's something going on here. But for others of you in relationship or in work situations, this Six of Wands is public recognition. Okay, we have that Six of Wands before the Seven of Wands. So you are getting rewarded and recognized for something that you've done here. This is a card of major victory as well. You can see the people cheering them on. And so something really good. Wow, you have the Ace of Cups once again. Seven of Swords, World, and the King of Pentacles. Seven of Swords is the only card in this entire... This is a good thing, because it's the only card in this entire reading that I'm like... That's weird, that's just not fitting, which is why I got that King of Pentacles clarification. So if anything, you could be dealing with somebody who's just, again, you're having to defend your choice here. There's somebody who may have an alternative agenda here or something like that towards you. Or you're self-sabotaging in some way. Like maybe you feel like you don't deserve. Like I almost feel like there's so much happiness because look, we have this double Ace of Cups. Are you serious? With the Ten of Cups, like the whole Cups suit here is being realized for you. So Cups is all about happiness, joy, emotions, good times, celebrations, anything like that, intuition even. And so like you have total realization here of that. And so it's almost like I wonder if you're like, why are things so good for me? Like it's almost like you're waiting for something bad to happen, but I would just caution you to just be mindful of that. You have the World. That's the completion of a cycle. Okay, you're being given a major reward as you've gone through the entire hero's journey here. There's success and victory at the end of this cycle here. So this is amazing. There's not really much else for me to say. I'm not going to drag it out because, you know, whether this is success in family or career or relationships, they all fit in this reading, and so it's amazing. Let's see what else we have here. We do have a 777 with the Seven of Wands, Swords, and the Cups as well. So some of you may want to look up that angel number. Some of you just really getting like almost like angelic or universal support here, otherworldly support. I would feel like, yeah, high honor, adjudication, child, community, house, concern. Some of you are deciding to either move in together or do some sort of shared resources, like buying a house together, like a big step in your relationship. And it's just good stress, like very good stress for you here. Yeah, and you're having to deal with people like loan officers, people in positions of authority, or somebody who needs to help you along your way. And others of you dealing with HR, which is human resources, anything like that. But you're well regarded and respected within your community. That could be your work, that could be where you study, that could be where you go to worship or practice or whatever it is that you do, your neighbors. You have high honor here. People look up to you, people come to you for advice and for help. And looks amazing. Some of you are getting a child on the way. Some of you are doing child planning or, you know, family planning, something like that. I mean, that's definitely coming in, but this looks awesome. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. I'll see you in the next one.